Welcome to Crypto Bulls Club. My name is Soham, and on this channel, I show you how you can make money in crypto. If you like money and crypto, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also press the bell icon. So, guys, again, welcome to this live stream every day at 10 p.m. India time. We come live on our channel and discuss the daily news as well as take your questions and try to answer them as well, guys. Okay, so guys, without further ado, let's jump on straight into the market. The market is not looking too bright, to be honest. Currently currently it is coming in at about the 2.08 trillion dollars, down by about 3.3%, and things are not looking too great, guys. Okay, and we are going to analyze the death cross, of course, which we got, and what impact it could have. Okay, guys, so stay tuned. We have a packed show for you today. So yeah, right. So if I were to talk about Bitcoin, it's coming in at about $41,540. As of now, down about 2%, but this was expected because I told you last week also there was a bearish divergence which was getting formed, and so is Ethereum as well, right? So if you can see here, Ethereum is down about 3.8%. Binance's coin is down about 3%, and Cardano is also down about 2.9%, which actually made a ride to the upside. It's currently down as well, guys. Okay, so this is also something very important to understand. Now, if I have to talk about top gainers, there aren't any. I think Stacks is up about 10%, Theta Fuel is up about 7.8%, Ethereum Classic 7%, Theta Network is up about 4.2%, and Aave is about 3.8%, and Mina Protocol is up about 2.8% as well. Okay, if I have to talk about the top losers of the day, then the top losers includes Wonderland, which continues its fall to the downside. It's down more than 35% in the last 7 days, guys. So that's why I tell you each and every time, whenever you're staking your tokens in terms of huge APYs, always do the due diligence of the platform, right? And the kind of returns Wonderland was giving, it was, out of, it wasn't real, guys, to be honest with you, right? Phantom is also down about 10%, to coming in at $2.77. Monero is also down about 9.4%. Oasis Network is also down about 9%, and so is Fracshare. Okay, so guys, today we are gonna discuss about the Bitcoin death cross. So the Bitcoin death cross has happened. It happened about 2 days back, approximately on the 14th, about 2 or 3 days back, about the 14th of January. But this is not the first time, guys, that we are having the death cross on the Bitcoin chart in this market cycle. Okay, if we look left on the chart, we can see that back in June of 2021, we had this death cross, and Bitcoin went all the way low to about $29,000, 28,750 to be precise. And before the death cross, as always, we got a little bit of a pump, as I've done multiple times as well. We got a little bit of a pump back in June, as well as we got a little bit of pump right here as well, guys. Okay, so this is important to note. Now, what has happened in the past is basically, in this market cycle has been different from any other market cycle, guys. Okay, I strongly believe that once we are holding on by a thread. It's a very, very thin line that we are holding on. By we, I mean the Bitcoin price. If it goes below $39,000 or $40,000, we could be in for a for much harder correction. Could be about 20-25% correction as well. Also, we are going to analyze is how the market has reacted in death crosses as well. Okay, so this is also something very important to understand. Now, when was prior to 2021, when was the last death cross? Okay, now for guys who are new, who do not understand what is the death cross, the death cross is when the 50-day comes below the 200-day. Okay, The last previous prior to that, we had the death cross in March of 2020 when Bitcoin went all the way down to about $3,000 or $3,500. Okay, guys, so this is important to understand. In the past, what we have seen is whenever we got a death cross from the peak, right, from the day of the death cross, how much did we correct by? Let's do a quick measurement of that. And we corrected in the last time, we corrected about 30%, guys. Okay, from the death cross. What has happened prior to that? Let's do a measurement of that as well. When was that? That was back here. So this was a black swan event, guys. So you may or may not consider, we'll not consider this, but we'll consider the one prior to that as well, right? On 23rd of October 2019, when we got a death cross, we went down by close to 30%. Again, it was actually 27, 28%. So that is also something very important to understand. And also, things are not, all dark, guys. Okay, I will share something at the end of the video which might give you some hope as well. Okay, but what is most concerning to me is, death crosses are known to be basically a time when it marks the bear market. Now, this is for traditional markets, could be true, could or could not be true for Bitcoin, because if you look back at 2018, the market had peaked out in December 2017, but we got the death cross in March. So already Bitcoin came from the highs of, Bitcoin corrected by more than 50% till the time we got the death cross. But nevertheless, whenever we got this death cross, Bitcoin was at 9,350 and we corrected again by 66 percentage. Okay, so this is something that we can expect. What is it? The minimum what history tells us is that we can correct by approximately 30% given this particular death cross. Okay, and where is the Bitcoin price? What was the Bitcoin price back on 14th of back on 14th? So it was approximately at about 42,000, $44,000, right? Let's assume $44,000. And if we are to correct by approximately 30%, then 30% drop would take us all the way to about $31,000 as well, guys, right? So you should be prepared, and possibly we could see a drop like this. You can never rule that out, but what could also happen is that we can form a double bottom right here and we might rise again. Mind you, these are all lagging indicators. Okay, guys, these are lagging indicators. And basically what happens generally is these tend to indicate what we already know. What we know is that Bitcoin is in a downtrend for the past few weeks, okay, or the past couple of months also, right? After making the new all-time high on November 9th, we have been on a downtrend. This is a clear downtrend, guys. There is absolutely no doubt about it whatsoever. Okay, so this is something that is important to understand. Now, apart from this, what is a good sign or what could be a sigh of relief for us? What I feel, if I move this to the line chart, it will become more and more clear, is that possibly are we forming a double bottom right here? Probably we did something back here as well, back in September, when we formed another double bottom. Mind you, the double bottoms and the double tops are very important, and they actually tend to be one of the most powerful, they are not indicators but powerful patterns, if I'm to tell you like that. Okay, because whenever you see a double top, it means a reversal could be on the cards. Whenever you see a double bottom, it means a reversal to the upside could be on the cards as well, guys. Okay, so this is extremely important to understand. Again, if I have to talk about the VPVR, because that tells us where the maximum volume is coming in. The VPVR is telling us that the maximum volume is at $46,000 currently. Okay, but what is a bit of a concern to me is that once we break below $40,000, probably there's not much in here, right? We may see prices go down very quickly. So that is also a bit of a concern for me right now. Also, what I would like to highlight to you here is we had discussed about indicator which is called the Fibonacci Zia. Now, what is a Fib Zia? Fib Zia actually tells us, and let me move this to candles, you will be able to understand clearly. So whenever we are actually breaching this band, this is actually a band, this is actually a belt, if you can see this clearly. Whenever we are reaching it to either side, then of course we can expect a reversal to the opposite direction. Okay, so that is something that we can expect all the time, and we saw this multiple number of times. Right here we saw, right here we saw as well. Now the bottom of this is coming in at about 29,800. Now $30,000 could be the bottom of the market. It may or may not be the bottom as well, right? Because in the past, what we have seen, guys, is Bitcoin tends to correct on an average 80 to 85%, right? Now, let's say the market has matured, it does not correct by 85%, but still, if it corrects by 75% as well, right? Let's say it corrects by 75% from the $69,000 top, then also what we can expect is the Bitcoin price to go to possibly about, yeah, $17,000. I don't think so that is going to happen, to be honest with you guys. That is not something that I'm looking for. I am expecting, we would spend about another possibly a month or a couple of months probably in these regions, and then we can see. But what I was expecting in the first place was that I expected this to be a 3 month trend, right? This downside to be a 3 month trend, because here also we saw from May till July end. Okay, this was 3 months trend, and we were expecting a 3 to 6 months. If you know, if you have been following our channel, we told you earlier that as well, right? So here we are expecting, we made 3 months here, we are expecting 3 months downside here. And if you have to take a quick look on the number of days we have spent here so far since the all-time high, we have spent about, about 70 days. Okay, so about 20 odd days from here would also put Bitcoin 3 months, and possibly we can expect some sort of a pump here as well. So mind you, the first week of February or the second week of February is when I'm expecting a little bit of a move to the upside. I may be completely wrong here, guys. Also, what I am contemplating is possibly if we can actually, close off some of my altcoins. Okay, I will be absolutely honest with you guys. I am looking at closing a few of my altcoins positions. I may not close them for the dollar. I may close them either for Bitcoin or for Ethereum. And dollar wise, also they are doing pretty well, to be honest with you guys. And I will definitely share them if, as and when I share. Okay, one of the altcoins which I hold, I'm gonna share my analysis today as well, and that coin is Matic, and I will share it, my analysis of sand as well. If there is any other token that you want me to analyze, go down to the comment section and comment the altcoin. Okay, comment the altcoin, and we would definitely cover it in today's video. Okay, live Q&A, live analysis for all our community members. Okay, guys, that is a commitment. Now, what I was telling is, I have been off late. I've been spending a lot of time looking at the Bitcoin charts of different time zones, different time frames. And what I have seen or noticed is basically on the 2 weekly time frame. Okay, on the 2 weekly time frame, and if we look at basically the RSI. Okay, the RSI is a relative strength index, one of the topmost indicators that we have over here, right? What we can expect here is, can we form a double bottom here, or are we in the process of forming a double bottom on the RSI? Yes, you can see right here. Okay, we formed this huge double bottom right here. As you can see, we formed this huge double bottom, and this was from December 2017 to, you know we've actually formed for till March of 2020. Then we saw a huge pump to the upside, right? Are we in the process of forming a smaller double bottom pattern? Might be the case. Okay, or it just simply might be the case that we just go down here. Mind you, there is about 12 days time still to go for this 2 weekly candle to close, and we have just started. So we can expect a movement to the upside as well. Okay, guys, that is something that I would definitely like you to consider. Currently, yes, this bottom was approximate 49. Currently we are at 48.7. So technically we have made a lower low on the RSI on the 2 weekly time frame. That is something important to note. Also, what we love to analyze here on our channel is the stochastic RSI, guys. Okay, the stochastic RSI, I feel, is also forming a double bottom. It might take a few weeks here, it might spend a few weeks right here as well, but we can expect certain move to the upside as well. Okay, after probably a few weeks. That is why I say, guys, that I don't think, I have been telling you right from the beginning, guys, I don't think that 2022's first quarter is going to be the peak for this market cycle. Possibly we can go into second quarter, third quarter, or even we can go to the fourth quarter as well, right? You never know. Possibly the first quarter is going to be the time. Towards the end of the first quarter, definitely if the Fed increases the interest rate, markets are going to take a hit, guys. I've told you this multiple number of times. I'm going to repeat myself, and yeah, that is definitely going to happen. Okay, guys, so keep a close eye on that as well. Also, what I wanted to show you is basically the monthly time frame. On the monthly as well, guys, uh, to be honest, we have broken this uptrend, right? We were making higher lows here. If you can see this, we were making higher lows. Let me change this color. Let me change it to blue. If you can see this now. And guys, are you able to hear me and see my screen clearly? If yes, just go down and comment right now. Are you able to see the analysis clearly, and if all this is making sense to you? Right, guys? So make some noise in the comments. Okay. So here what we were can see is that we were actually forming a higher lows right here. Okay, we were making higher lows, but on the RSI, what we have seen on the monthly time frame, this is not the 1 hourly or the daily, guys. This is the monthly, where the basically the noise is very less. Okay, and we still have about 13 days to close for this month. We may never know that it may take a move to the upside, but guys, uh, could this be a possible head and shoulders as well? Possibly it could be. And if that is the case, we can expect, huge dumps to the downside. Okay, guys, huge dump to the downside is possible for the Bitcoin price, right? That is something which is extremely important to note. Now, why I feel that, $30,000, or we could be on the brink of another huge dump on the Bitcoin price. Why I'm saying so? If you go to CoinGlass, by the way, this is the coinglass.com. You can analyze some on-chain data here as well. And if you go to the open interest, right? If you go to the open interest here, right here, you will be able to see that people are, again, they are in a lot of high leverage position. Okay, if you take a look here, people are like, hugely in basically there is a lot of basically uh, they have actually over leveraged themselves. To be honest, this is something that is important to understand. And whenever the market is over leveraged and overspread, we can expect some movements to the downside as well, guys. Okay, so that is something which is extremely critical, and I believe, I strongly feel we could be in for another huge dump. Mind you, guys, one more thing that I would like to share with you is there are multiple YouTubers who tell you that you go to this XYZ platform and sign up with their link and trade in futures. Mind you, if you are not an experienced trader, guys, to be honest, I have been into the crypto space since the last 5 years or 6 years now. 2016 is when I started, early 2016, and I haven't taken any futures trade in the last, possibly last couple of months or last 3 months. Okay, that is something that I want to tell you. We have a premium members who pay us for the trades, and we build the strategy for them as well. But to be honest, we haven't done any futures trade. That is simply because of the reason, guys, the market is not, you know uh, we cannot trust this market right now, to be honest, right? This is something that I want to tell you. We cannot trust this market right now. You can expect, guys, that possibly we can see, uh, sudden rise. If you are in short, you may see a, a big wick coming in and you getting liquidated, and I don't want that to happen, guys. I don't want that to happen. Even I have my affiliate links. I generally do not share them. I do not generally encourage people to trade into the futures. Okay, people take 5x, 10x, 20x, sometimes 50x, and huge, leverages, and they get liquidated, which I don't like. Mind you, every time you get liquidated, these exchanges, guys, okay, these exchanges and these influencers who are asking you continuously to sign up using their affiliate links, they make money. Okay, so always be very, very cautious about what trades you want to take. For me personally, if Bitcoin breaks this critical level of support at 39,000 and we get a closure below that, probably I will open a short position. And there is absolutely no wrong in opening a short position, guys. Okay, because I've been asked this question: is it ethically correct? Now, we are here to make money in the market, and that is absolutely very, very important. Okay, so whatever opportunities we can have to we make money, we should be making money. That is absolutely clear, and that's what I feel. Again, for the weekly time frame, if we go back to the weekly time frame and take a look at the EMA ribbon right here, again, we are below the EMA ribbon. You can see it very, very clearly here. If you zoom into this, you will be able to see here. Okay, and why I'm not taking a shot just now? uh, I'm waiting for a closure, guys. This is very critical level right now, because if I just draw a line right here, you will be able to see this, that basically it is holding by the thread, guys. It has held multiple number of times. Possibly we can see of coming down, and then we can see a move to the upside that may liquidate. Okay, that may liquidate the shorts as well. So that is also something that is very important for me. I don't want, but if we see a closure below $39,000 for a week, possibly, I might sell some portion of my Bitcoin, but mostly I won't. But for my alts, definitely I will convert them, guys. Okay, what are some of the alts you want us to analyze? To let me know by commenting right now. I will do it in this session itself, guys. Okay, that is extremely important. Also, what I want to show you today is, I showed this yesterday as well, but this is important, guys. The 28th of this month, I think that's gonna be blood on the streets again, and this is expected. So starting 19th, I think today is 18th, I think. Yeah, tomorrow we can see further moves to the downside, then slightly better in 28th. But this week is gonna be dangerous, guys. Possibly the next 9 or 10 days is gonna be difficult for the Bitcoin price. Okay, guys. I want to be absolutely clear with you on this aspect. I don't want you to have any false hopes, and this is something that is very, very important to understand as well. Okay, all right, guys. And if we wanted to analyze the Matic chart as well, right? So Matic is something that we have been holding. I bought Matic last at 125. I've told this multiple number of times. But what we are seeing right now is on the Matic chart. Okay, what we are seeing is basically we have been trading inside this channel. If you can see this clearly right here, if you can see this, we have been trading inside this channel ever since uh, June of 2021. Okay, we have been in this upward facing channel, and continuously making higher lows and higher highs. That is okay. That is a good thing. But what we also want to see is uh, uh, Aditya, I'll come to your question, Aditya. Okay, about converting alts to BTC. I'll come to that. So basically, what we can see right here is that we have tested this lower half multiple number of times, but what I don't want to see is a closure below this line. Now, as of this point of time, we are again for Matic also we are buying neckline, guys. We are just below it, but again, the weekly closure is important. If we get a weekly closure, okay, if we get a weekly closure outside this trend line, this trend line at this week is coming at around 216, 217, let's assume 220. If we are closing this week below 220, I'm going to close my Matic position, possibly in, we can see whether it could be in Bitcoin or it could be in US dollars, because in US dollar also I'm in profits. And I've told you, I have shared my trades, whatever trades I have taken with you guys, right? I have shared them continuously with you guys. I think this is the time when we took around September. So this is another important strategy to look at, right? So let's assume I took this trade on the 20th of September, the week starting 20th of September. So now in order to understand whether I am in profit in terms of for Bitcoin or not, I just need the timeline. That is important, right? I need the timeline. So back in 20th September, where was the Bitcoin price? Where was the Matic price against Bitcoin? Let's take a quick look at that. So let's assume, the price of Matic against Bitcoin made a high of 28,000 satoshis and a low of 25,000 satoshis, right? Closed at 2,600 satoshis. And so what we can see is, let's assume we took a trade at 2,700 satoshis. Okay, just taking an example. So currently, if I were to talk about the current price, 2,700 satoshis, let's assume, and we are currently up by, yeah, we are almost 2x up in regards of the Bitcoin, and in regards to basically your uh, USDT as well, right, guys? So these are strategies that I share on my consulting session, guys, right? And but I think this is desperate times, and this requires me to put in that extra effort and show to you guys what exactly I'm doing to, actually, book profits as well as minimize my loss, if any. Okay, so this is also important. Just do it a quick measurement. It's up currently, it's up about 88%. That's fair and good. Now if we go down here or we go up, does not matter quite much, because Bitcoin would be coming down. If Bitcoin is coming down, we can expect this to correct as well. So possibly I'll convert my Matic into Bitcoin. Now here I am currently at an 8, let's assume this to be 89% profit range. Okay, let's see how we are doing in terms of Ethereum. Where are we? Okay, and I don't think so we have done pretty well. Okay, to be very honest with you guys, this does not give me the data. Let me search for any other. Let me search for Huobi. Yes, I have the data for Huobi. So 20th of September, guys, 20th of September, the price, let's assume the highest was 40,000. I'm just not speaking about the zeros. I'll speak only about the numbers at the end. So the high was 40,000. The low was 36,800. I'll take, let's say, 38,000 to be my center. Okay, 38,000. And if I do a quick measurement right here, 38,000, let's say 38,000 right here, or yeah, let's say 38,500, right, guys? From 38,500 till the current position, how much we are up by? We are up about 75%. Okay, so this is important to understand, because this way what we are trying to do is we are trying to maximize our gains, which is extremely important. Okay, if we are able to maximize our gains, and if we are able to, you know we cannot time the market, that is for sure, but if we can buy somewhere near the bottom also, that is pretty decent, that is pretty good. Okay, so that is something that we are looking at. It made an all-time high against Ethereum of 90,000. So that's about, a little less than 50% from the current prices, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I will be looking at these prices and I will be doing my analysis for it as well. Okay. And someone asked me, Aditya actually asked me about how to convert alts to BTC in WazirX. So if we go on to WazirX, you will be able to see. Let me share my WazirX screen. This is my WazirX account. Okay, guys, this is my WazirX account that I can show you right here. Okay, let's say this is my WazirX account that I have over here, and this is important. Let's say, and what I will do right on top is basically I will actually select BTC, which is important again. Okay, I need to select BTC. That way, it will give me the prices for all the altcoins against Bitcoin. Okay, guys. So this is also important to note. And if we are able to do it, basically, just go into exchange, just select BTC here right on top. Here we have all the pairs: INR, USDT, WazirX coin, and BTC. I selected BTC. Let's say I want to do it with Matic itself, right? So I just selected Matic right here. I don't think so I hold any matic in this account, but anyways, let's I will click on sell. Whether do I want to put it a limit order or stop limit order? What is the price, highest price? Let's say this is the highest price. How much matic I do want to sell, and how much total BTC will I get? And I'll just click on sell matic. Okay, guys. So this is how, for people who do not know how to sell basically altcoins into Bitcoin, this is how you can do it. Okay. By the way, Wazirex does not give you the support of selling into Ethereum. However, Binance and some of the other top exchanges do provide that as well. Okay, so take a note of that. Again, if I have to repeat myself again, just select the altcoin right here, select sell right here, whatever price you want to put it at. Let's say I want to put the limit price at, let's say it's at 5,000, yeah, 5,000 sats. So if I want to just select, let's say 6,000, if I want to select 6, whatever I selected, how much matic I want to sell. Let's say I want to sell 100%. I don't have my any, but yeah, just showing you guys. And then you can just simply click on sell matic. That's how you can do it. Okay. Any other altcoins, guys, that you want me to analyze, or we will wrap it up for today. And yeah, I will share with you guys any other trades that I am taking right now. Not entering any trades as of now, but yes, this is important to note as well, guys. Okay. uh, all right, so I don't think so that we are getting any more requests for any other token analysis. Ethereum, okay, Ethereum, let's take a quick look. Ethereum is also not looking great, to be honest. Ethereum against USDT on the weekly time frame, we are ROR NFT update will be shared in the Telegram channel, and possibly I'll get in touch with you on your Telegram as well, Aditya. Okay. Okay, let's jump back onto the Ethereum chart right here. So this week, again, this might be just a wick, right, guys? Because we don't have any shadow, and that's very, very unlikely. To be very honest with you, don't see any candles there without any top or lower shadow. This does not have any. So possibly, we can expect by the time the week closes, right? We still have about 5 days to go. By the time the week closes, we can expect this to close a little bit higher. How much high, I do not. This is, quite possibly I can't say that. But what are the key levels of support and resistance? So we can definitely take a look on that. And first, we'll take a look at the moving averages first. Let me plot all the moving averages for you guys. And okay, so we are bouncing off the 50 week, guys. As you can see right here, the 50 week is coming at about 2000. It's coming in at about 2900. Last week also we got a bounce from 2900. This is also important. And 20 week is holding resistance at 3800, guys. This is also again, Vijay, if you can share what was your entry, I can tell you right here, right away. Okay. But for Ethereum, what I think is going to happen is basically, again, if alts correct, BTC corrects, also will also correct, right? And what I don't like is basically, guys, this week we have broken below the 20 period on the 2 weekly, right? And this we have done for the first time since April of 2020, guys. Okay, not a good sign at all for the Ethereum price. Not a good sign at all, and possibly, uh, you know, could be, can expect some price movement to the downside. Also, if I talk about the Fibonacci, here is the Fibonacci, guys. Here is the Fibonacci. Again, this is an important level. $3,000 is the most critical level to is the most critical level to watch out for, and this is important to understand. Okay, Vijay, you mentioned you are down about 23%. So let me think. Did you enter somewhere? So Vijay, if I understand correctly, you entered somewhere around $4,000. Is my understanding correct? $4,000 was approximately your entry. So yeah, if $4,000 was your entry point, I don't see Bitcoin going to $4,000 at, sorry, Ethereum going to $4,000. To be honest, on the shorter time frame, what I expect is we can. What is not a good thing is we can is that we have broken below the 61.8 right here. Okay, actually, let me do this. Let me draw. hmm, Okay, this will give a good idea as well, fair bit of idea. 3,800 will hold resistance. That will be on a slightly longer time frame. And also, what I will recommend is you, Vijay, is you take a look on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Okay, this is also important because, to be honest, can you? Okay, these are some lines that I have drawn, guys. Okay, just to let you guys know, Ethereum was actually trading within this. Ethereum against Bitcoin was trading in this pattern for quite some long time, and I have actually, basically uh, drawn this, and I was trading inside this multiple number of times. I converted around the same price. I converted my Ethereums to Bitcoin around the same price. It's coming down again, possibly test this level. But what I would like you to understand is, Vijay, you can take a look at the date as to when did you bought it, right? As I discussed, as I showed you for Matic, like how I bought Matic on the week of 20th of September, and I just got a fair bit of understanding. So because $4,000 is something that Ethereum has been doing for multiple number of times. Okay, because Ethereum against USDT, if you take a look, when did you buy, Vijay? If you can give me any rough idea, when did you buy, and we can tell you about the strategy, the exit strategy, possibly, right? So because $4,000 is something that Bitcoin has, sorry, Ethereum has touched multiple number of times. As you can see right here, $4,000 was touched in the week of 11th of October. Then back when it was again coming down on 22nd of November, also Ethereum was again $4,000. Then back here in April and May, also we did about $4,000 as well. So it's important to understand, Vijay, that when did you buy, approximately when did you buy at $4,000? Approximate timeline, if you can tell me, I can help you with that exit position as well. For converting Ethereum into any other altcoin, I won't recommend that. You may convert Ethereum into Bitcoin. Okay, you bought it in September. So September, $4,000. You would have bought it in the I don't see Ethereum going to $4,000 in September, Vijay. And did you buy the app? I think you bought it in October, Vijay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you buy it? I think you bought it in the third week of October or somewhere around that time, because in September first week, again, 3,970 was the highest Ethereum made, right? It could it be October third week? Yes, October third week. Okay, so October third week is the week starting 18th of October. If you have bought it, so let me see, where are you in terms of your Bitcoin, Ethereum against Bitcoin? Okay, 18th of October. So 18th of October. Okay, Vijay, you are actually in profit in terms of Ethereum against the Bitcoin price. Okay, what I would recommend is if you can convert your Ethereum into Bitcoin, that would be a good thing, right? As you can see on this candle, if I have to zoom into it a little bit more, you will be able to see it much clearly. 18th of October this week, Ethereum made a high of 68,000 satoshis and a low of 59,000 satoshis. Let's assume you bought it somewhere in the middle at around 63 or 64,000 satoshis, right, Vijay? If you bought it at 63, 64,000 satoshis, still, uh, if you bought it, let's say you bought it at 64,000 satoshis, just taking an example, you are still up about 17% with the current value. And mind you, this is going to come down, Vijay. Okay. And I don't see Ethereum touching $4,000 on the Ethereum against USDT chart anytime soon, to be very honest with you. Okay. So if you would have bought it here at on the 18th of October, the week of 18th of October, you are in about 15, 20, 15 or 20% profit. If I were you, I would have booked it, right? I would have booked Ethereum against Bitcoin and wait again for this to come down, possibly test this range. I strongly recommend you guys to take a look at this particular chart, okay? And if you can draw it on your charts, it would be amazing. This has given me good profit, guys, okay? I do not actively day trade, but when I was actually looking at this chart, I was doing a lot of trading of Ethereum against Bitcoin and the other way around. So yeah, take a look at this particular chart right here. Again, if you want to hold for long term, not a big fan of watching my portfolio go down by uh, let's assume the worst case scenario, Vijay. Let's assume that we are in this for at least a couple of years. Let's assume that, okay? If it is not that case, not that way, then it's fine. But let's assume the worst case scenario and assume that we are in this for about, I don't know, possibly about a couple of years. And if that is the case, and what I personally believe is Ethereum could actually, and if I just plot the Ethereum log growth curve, you will be able to see it. If that is the case, right, we have been rejected by this multiple number of times. Okay, this is the Fibonacci log growth curve. This is the Ethereum log growth curve. Okay, and if let's say, where does Bitcoin bottom out? Let's say, sorry, Ethereum bottom out. Let's say it bottoms out somewhere around here. Okay, and we bottom out end of this year. Okay, end of this year, because December is generally not the best time. If we bottom out around this time, Bitcoin could very, sorry, Ethereum could very well be in about the $1,200 mark. Okay, if Ethereum is around the $1,200 mark from the current price, you would actually see a pull down of 60%, which is very, very realistic, right? From the current price, of 60% pull down is very, very realistic. It may even be bad than that as well, right? I expect it to be, if Ethereum has topped out, if the market has topped out, guys, I expect Ethereum to make or touch the lows of about 1,200 to $1,500, guys. Okay, I will be honest with you, it could be brutal, but that is the fact. Okay, that is what I expect it to happen. And this is the worst case scenario. Okay. If that is not the case, if let's say Ethereum comes to this range, the mid of the Fibonacci where we actually did come, right? Where we actually did come in June, July, and we get a bounce from here, it is pretty good. If we get a bounce from here, it's absolutely amazing, and possibly that could also be the case. Okay, that could also be the case, and that might happen. But we should take a step forward considering the worst case scenario. Okay, if that is the worst case scenario, that Bitcoin has topped out for this market cycle, then possibly Bitcoin could go all the way down to about, I don't know, probably the 200 week. For Bitcoin, it is the 200 week. Keep a track of the 200 week, have your orders placed there. uh, that is when most of the other altcoins will also go down along with it as well, right? So Vijay, if I were you, I would have converted my Ethereum into Bitcoin. Okay, um, quite honestly, I would be doing that, right? Because Bitcoin, again, Bitcoin might give me some better results. Okay, this is something that I wanted to share with you. If we see Ethereum again jumping up from these levels. Where is the maximum volume support coming in for Ethereum? Let's take a quick look on the VPVR. Yeah, it's okay to do it now, Vijay. You can consider doing it now. Should not be a challenge. Should not be much of a challenge. And yes, on the daily time frame, where is the maximum volume coming in for Ethereum? This is a resistance. $4,000 is a strong resistance. Okay, you can see right here the maximum volume is coming in at about $4,000, uh, and at the current levels like $3,200 as well. What could possibly happen also? Okay, I just told you about the rough side of the story. What could also happen is basically, uh, we could actually, this could be a double bottom right here. We have been making continuously. This is also important to note, guys. Okay, I wanted to share this with you as well. Thank you, Vijay, for taking this up. But Ethereum has been in a downtrend since November, right? Continuously lower lows it has been making, and lower highs. Okay, you can see this. Lower highs and lower lows have been the trend for bit Ethereum. But guys, if, okay, this downward movement was expected because this was a clear double peak pattern that had happened, right? There's a clear double peak pattern that had happened, and like a double top, right? It was an M pattern. That's why I tell you guys, always move on to the line chart. This gives you all the clear picture. This is important to note. Okay, so what had happened is basically we got this double top right here, and we could be, just could be, guys, forming a double bottom. Who knows? Possibly a bit of sideways movement around $3,000, because volume support is coming in at this region, right, guys? Volume support is coming in at this region. But whatever may be the case, if Bitcoin corrects, alts will bleed. They do not have the power to hold on to the market individually. Okay, I want to be absolutely clear with you guys, right? This is something that you should note, right? And if I were to talk about the Fibonacci levels, again, resistance coming in at $3,300, right? 4,100 is the 61.8 Fibonacci on the daily time frame. Could we see some resistance? Possibly we can, but for others, we I would convert my Ethereum into Bitcoin. That's what I'll do. Okay. All right, guys. I don't think so. We have any other questions. If you guys have any other questions, uh, I'll wait for 10 more seconds. If you have questions, we'll take them. Otherwise, we are good to wrap it up for the day. And yes, guys, one more IDO video is coming out very soon. There's one more IDO which can give us like some great return, guys. Okay. And at this point of time, basically, again, it's important to understand that NFTs are having a bull market right now. I'm looking at NFTs. You should also look at NFTs. We are raising for an NFT collection on our Telegram channel, and we are getting a good deal, guys. So thank you so much for everyone who has filled out the form. We'll start collecting the funds, probably in a day or so. Okay. Why? So Vijay is asking why no other altcoin. Again, no other altcoin. Again, I first of all will, you can buy into some other altcoins, but other altcoins will struggle more against uh, Ethereum. Okay, because these are all other altcoins could be a small cap tokens, right? I will not recommend you doing that. Definitely not. uh, Possibly, I don't know, possibly you might look at ADA, but I don't want to confuse you too much, right? Possibly Cardano, but it's already risen quite a bit again, and it's on a downward trend. So not that, but yeah, why Bitcoin? Again, the simple reason is it's the largest token, and it has got the but it is more stable than the other ones. To be very honest with you, right? That is why I'm expecting or converting my Ethereum into Bitcoin, not any other altcoins. Okay, guys. All right, then, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this kind of content, if you like this kind of live analysis, Please smash up the like button, make some noise for the YouTube algorithm, guys, because it's very, very important for us to tell YouTube that this is the kind of content that we love, and YouTube will extend our reach. As I mentioned multiple number of times, as the channel grows, we will definitely incentivize you. There will be giveaways for you guys, there will be giveaways for your family, for your friends. And so yeah, share this as much as possible. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay blessed, stay happy, take very, very good care of yourself. Please trade very, very wisely. Okay, that's the request, guys. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye for now.